Hello beautiful people, you're welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome to Sew with Nazi Styles. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for sticking to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this simple A-line dress for a 3-year-old. If this is something you're interested in, make sure to keep watching and please watch to the end. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please, this is the best time to do that. And also remember to turn on the notification bell to get notified each time I post a new video. Let's go right into the video. These are the required measurements. This is the fabric we are going to be using for the dress, and this is a thick scuba fabric. That's the best fabric to use for this particular dress. It will make it to come out well. And this lining piece, I'm going to be using it as a facing. I'm not going to be doing a full lining for this dress, and there will be a zipper at the back as well. I used the pencil initially to draft the pattern for this dress, but I'm going to go through it now with a marker from the beginning to the end to make it more bold. First and foremost, you're going to start from the beginning of your pattern paper. You come down by 1 inch. That will be our borderline. All our measurements will be taken from that borderline. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to make it bold using this marker. Starting from the borderline, which is also our shoulder line, you're going to measure and mark the chest line and square it out using your straight ruler. Starting from the shoulder line, you're going to measure and mark the length of the dress, then you square it out. At this point, we are going to be marking both the back and the front neckline, just because we are going to be using this pattern to cut both the back and the front. The neck width for both the front and the back neckline is 2.5. While the neck depth, that is how deep you want the neck to be. For the back, you're going to measure and mark 1.5, and then for the front, 2.5 inches. Go ahead and connect all the lines and use your French curve to give it a nice curve for both the front neckline and the back neckline. From the center front on the shoulder line, measure and mark the shoulder measurement divided by 2. You place the mark right here, and then you come down by shoulder slope of 0.5 because we are making this for a child. If it was for an adult, it would have been 1 inch, but because it's a child, it's 0.5. The figure you marked on the shoulder line, also mark it on the chest line and connect the 2 points using a straight ruler like so. At this point, you get the midpoint of the armhole line, the vertical line there. You get the midpoint, that is the middle. Then come in by 0.5 inch and connect to the shoulder slope using your straight ruler. After that, you bring in your armhole curve and connect it nicely. We actually forgot something. Before we continue with the armhole, let's connect starting from the neckline to the shoulder slope. Use your straight ruler to connect the 2 points. Before we connect the armhole curve, you're going to measure and mark the chest circumference divided by 4 plus 1 inch ease. You mark it at that point. Then you bring in the armhole curve and curve the armhole, starting from the midpoint to the mark on the chest line. Make sure it touches the 2 points and curve it properly. Remember the measurement we marked at the chest line. That's exactly what we are going to be doing at the length of the dress. We are going to be using the hip measurement at this point. So We are going to do hip circumference divided by 4 plus 1 inch ease. That is what we are going to mark now. At this point, connect the 2 points together using your straight ruler, the mark on the chest line and the one on the length of the dress. We are going to mark the seam allowance at this point. I use 1 inch seam allowance. You mark it on the chest line and also mark it on the length of the dress, and connect the 2 points using your straight ruler. We are done with the pattern drafting for this dress. At this point, you should go ahead and cut out your pattern. Place your fabric on fold and place the pattern on it. Mark out 1 inch zipper allowance and then cut it out. This is for the back bodice. So I forgot to record the front bodice while I was cutting it. What you're going to do is cut out the back neckline on the pattern paper and use the same pattern paper to cut out your front bodice while the fabric is on fold. Okay, there's a write-up for it. I've gone ahead to cut out the front bodice on fold, and we have the back 2 pieces here. I also cut out this facing using a lining fabric. I'm going to use it to turn the neckline and the armhole, both for the front and the back. Now place the 2 back pieces on the front bodice, right side facing right side, like so. So we'll go ahead to join the shoulder at both sides. Now for the facing, you will do exactly the same thing. For the facing, you place the front and the back together, right side facing each other. You also go to your sewing machine and join it at the shoulder. I've gone ahead to use the facing that we cut out to turn the neckline and the armhole. So the next thing we are going to be doing is to join the sides. Now to join the side, we are going to be placing the fabric and fabric together and the lining and lining together. Do you understand? You do fabric to fabric and lining to lining. One back piece and one part of the front. The same with the lining. Now I'll take it to my sewing machine and join the sides using the 1 inch seam allowance I gave at the beginning. So after joining the sides and pressing open all the seam allowances, this is what it should look like. See how neat it is. See how beautiful it looks already. Now go ahead to fix your zipper using your preferred method. I'm done fixing the zipper and this is what it looks like. See how neat and beautiful it looks. If you want me to do a video on how to properly finish a sleeveless dress like this and how to fix a zipper this way, please leave a comment below. Now go to your kitchen and look for a round plate. Use it to cut out a paper like this to give you this round shape. It could be a plate or a cup or any object that has a round shape. Use it to cut out this circle, a little circle. So I'm going to use this round shaped paper to cut out as many circles as possible, and I'm going to use this my scissors. It's called a pinking shear scissors or a zigzag scissors. So I will use it to cut as many circles as possible. I exhausted the remaining fabric. Look at all the circles I've cut out from the remaining fabric. I've also gone ahead to iron each of the circles at the middle to give it this line at the middle. That line will guide me while sewing. I think you should do same. To sew the circles to the main dress, you're going to start from one side seam of the fabric. You can pin down or you can go ahead to do it directly on the sewing machine. So I'm just trying to illustrate how you will do it on the machine. Okay, you place it at the hem. Now be mindful of the space you give. If you have enough fabric, you can space it by 0.5. If you don't have enough fabric, do the spacing by 1 inch. Let's go to our sewing machine. Now this is how you sew it on your machine. You're going to be sewing on that line that we made using an iron. That was why I ironed it, so that it could give me that line. That line will guide me to sew all the circles carefully round the hem of the main dress. After sewing the circles round the hem of the dress, check out the outcome. You see how beautiful it looks? Oh my god. We have come to the end of today's video. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe and leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.